McLaren were in the picture at the very least, Louis. They were the main competition for Max Verstappen racing, on his 61 points in P3. But they spent most of the race within 2 seconds of that Red Bull. We knew it was going to be a race of strategy and obviously having two cars versus just one Max Verstappen. Was this a race McLaren could or should have won?
I'm firmly in the belief that McLaren should have won this race. Um, and it comes to the simple fact, like that Red Bull, and I'm not negating anything that Max did today. I think he drove as close to possibly a perfect race as you can. Given the circumstances of his car, the track, and what else was going on. Max didn't put his foot wrong, but for some weird reason, it seemed like McLaren were expecting Max to put a foot wrong, something to happen at the McLaren. There was no urgency. There was nothing to kind of let's push. Let's actually try and win this race. McLaren sat back as they often do, played it far too safe, and just let the win escape for them because every lap their chance of winning kept decreasing. They, made the call to Lando, oh, box to overtake, like box to overtake. Then they didn't, and then they're like, oh, don't worry, Lando, your pace is good. And then boxed him the same lap as Verstappen. Like, just screwing the pooch royally with the strategy there, not even trying to maybe get it, give Lando a lap in in the open air to try and get some sort of overcut. Not even trying to box before and try to get some kind of undercut because a lot of drivers were going for that undercut and sometimes it was working, sometimes it wasn't. I think McLaren was just playing it far too safe, not taking the risk that it needs to win. You have two cars there. You can do something with Oscar, you can do something with Lando and stay, on the normal strategy with the other. And even if it goes horribly wrong with the other, at least you still have the other car there to push and try and maintain that pressure on Max. But no, they just plodded round behind him within 2 seconds, practically the entire time, not doing anything, not even trying to win the race. They could have, and I think the best option that they really could have done in the last kind of 15 laps, let Oscar have a go. Oscar was right on the back of Lando. Didn't seem to really be like saving his pace like Lando was. It was getting clearer and clearer towards the end that Lando did not have the pace to catch up and overtake uh, Verstappen. As Owain kind of mentioned, Lando would keep gaining all this time and then just dropping 2 or 3 tenths and just losing out. But Oscar seemed a lot more consistent. They should have at least let him have a go and try and do something. It's like McLaren was just happy to sit back and say, oh, second and third's fine. It's like, no, this is a year that you should be dominating this championship. And you've won the first two races. Great. I'm sure you're happy. But then now you can't allow Max to keep picking up these big points because he's only a point behind Lando now. He's 1 point behind in the championship. It's just this weird thing that McLaren seem to do. They always seem to drop off early in the race, always try and save the tyres at the start, but then never use them at the end of the race. What's the point? Seriously, what is the point? McLaren need to just sort themselves out, be more aggressive. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong, but at least you tried. When it was Red Bull and Mercedes, Mercedes would throw out weird strategies, try and upset the Red Bull. Red Bulls would throw up a weird strategy, try and upset the Mercedes, try and offset the balance, try and force Red Bull to do something that they don't want to do, rather than just playing it safe, letting it pan out, because that is what Red Bull and Max Verstappen want. They don't want any pressure. They don't want any threat. They're happy to plod along. Max can drive at the front of a pack for as long as you like. He won't make a mistake. He won't do something stupid.